is up? It is boy Young Boy coming at you with another episode of What's Cooking. We on episode 6, and for today, this is gonna be pretty good podcast. A lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff been going on. It's crazy out here. But before we start, you guys know how we do it. A little promo. If you like to follow me on Instagram, you can go to Young Boy Cooking. That's where you'll usually find me. What's it called? Posting notifications when a podcast is up and posting when a video is up on YouTube, rather that be a piece of a podcast or rather it be a cooking video for a podcast. You can also find this on YouTube at Youngboy Cooking. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified that way for podcast pieces and regular videos. And I don't know if I said the last episode, but to repeat, audio is going to be first before the videos. And for the videos, I'm going to be cutting them up in bite-sized pieces. So, just in case for people who, can't really listen to a whole thing like that. Because, I know there's times where I have to stop somewhere and then pick it up again. So, I'm going to start doing that. I already did that for one. It's just like a tester for the last podcast. Basically just putting a random clip on there and seeing what I can do with it or seeing what it looks like. Hold on, let me get the water. Let me hold on. Let me cut this TV down some more. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can. All right. Also, you can find the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Just look me up on there, or you can hit the link that's either on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Anchor. Speaking of Anchor, you can also find this podcast on Anchor.fm and with the Anchor app, which is available on iOS and Android devices. And you can also catch me on a live stream on twitch.tv/DJCar99. That's Twitch on TV/DJCar99. Again, that's twitch.tv/DJCARR99. Basically, right now I'm just doing the edits. I'm probably going to do an edit on here. Probably not going to live stream it, but yeah, I do sometimes live stream when I can, and I pretty much do edits to come through, let's have a conversation on there. So yeah, twitch.tv/DJCar99. All right. So today is June 28th, 2020. So let's go down the list. You already know how it goes. How I'm doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing good. Energies are up. I feel amazing. And what am I doing during this quarantine? I'm still at school. I don't know if I told you guys, but I changed my degree to from a certificate to a associate. So I'm doing that. I've recently today made it to platinum on Apex Legends. So I'm feeling really good. But the funny part is that they're restarting it tomorrow. So I'm going back to like silver too. So I gotta regrind everything. But I mean, I should be able to do it. Yeah, that's been going on with my life at this point. Not too much been going on. My life wise, I know a lot of stuff been going on the internet, both on Twitter and actually on Twitch too. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on Twitch, which I will be talking about later in the podcast. But before we start the podcast, I'll meet you guys with a little ad. We'll be right back from the break. Peace. What up, it's your boy Young Boy. I had to stop the podcast to give you guys this fresh, nice ad. If you haven't heard of Anchor, it is the easiest way to make a podcast. Now let me explain. First of all, it's free. Zero. You don't have to pay anything. All you really need is something to record with, or you can just use your phone. The second thing, there is a creation tool. Basically, what that means is you can record or edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer or any other device that you have. iPhone, iPad, Samsung tablet, whatever it is, you could do it right then and there. Not only that, Anchor will distribute your podcast to different podcast platforms. So we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about Apple, Google Podcasts, or whatever podcast platforms are there. Not only that, but the best part about the whole thing is you can make money off of this as well. And there's no minimum leadership. There's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So go download it for free on an iOS or Android, or simply go to Anchor FM and get started. Get your podcast on today. And we're back from the break. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, first up on the list, we have Karen. It's literally, if you can see my screen, I just titled it Karen. Now, if you don't know what a Karen is, it's basically, how can I say this? It's basically an entitled, privileged white woman. And it could also be an entitled, privileged white male, too. I think they're called Kevins, but we all know the Karens. And if anybody out there is named Karen, don't worry. We're not talking about you unless you are privileged and you think you're better than everybody. But we're talking about those type of people. So we have two stories actually on this. One from yesterday, which was June 27th, with a Trader Joe's Karen in Los Angeles pretty much goes nuts because the coworker's trying to make her wear a face mask. So basically, a woman went to Trader Joe's. She had a mask on. She went in. Now, while she went in, she took her mask off. She claims that she has problem breathing, but because not the customer, the employers were like, "Well, ma'am, you still have to wear a face mask." She wasn't having it. They wasn't having it. It got to the point where she went nuts and she started yelling at people, which is crazy. And by the way, I got this article, both these articles from TMZ. She went nuts and she went crazy, all because they tried to make her wear a mask. So yeah, this happened yesterday in Los Angeles. Now, the reason I bring this up because I was looking up stuff to talk about, and I found this article, but it was a different article, but the same exact thing, and it happened today in Texas. Because when I clicked on it, I think it had a different picture from the one from yesterday, and I clicked on it. I scrolled down, and I see the same thing happened yesterday. I was like, "Yo, what the heck?" And so today, which is the 28th, we have a new Karen in town in Texas, and this one's worse. Now, the one yesterday in Los Angeles, all she did, she yelled at the people and she walked off. Not that bad. She yelled it, she got it out of her chest and walked out. Easy. Now, did she get filmed and embarrassed? Yes, but hey, she didn't make it all extra. She didn't do nothing crazy. She just yelled and walked off. But this one, which is called the Supermarket Karen 2.0 on TMZ, which is that I feel like that name is funny. So basically, she has a meltdown because of the mask. And the video is crazy. When I saw the video, I was like, wow, she's wilding. So basically, the same thing, same premise. It's like just like saying the joke same time, but this one has a different ending. White woman goes to a supermarket. It was actually a Fiesta. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Fiesta supermarket. If you don't know what those are, I know there's one in Austin. Shout out to Fiesta supermarket. They have it's like I think it's next to like a place that sells dirt bikes, or do they sell dirt bikes? All I know is I always see like 10 dirt bikes together. Either they sell it or someone else is selling it. But anyways, so basically, white woman goes to Fiesta supermarket. She doesn't bring a mask, so she goes there, and same thing happens again. The people at the supermarket tells her, "Ma'am, you can't do this," and she gets mad. It's in Dallas, Texas, by the way. Dallas, Texas. Fiesta Market in Dallas, Texas. And basically, they tell her to put a mask on or put her mask back on. So, same thing again. She goes in there, take the mask off. They tell her to put the mask back on. And she did not like that whatsoever. So, there's a video on here you can watch on TMZ .com, and it's basically her literally throwing everything from her basket to the floor. She's like, well, not throwing it. She's like tossing it in a form of like, um, now you pick it up, or like, what's it called, when like someone tells you to do something, so you do it to like piss them off. So instead of like going back and putting the stuff back, she literally just grabs it and throws it in the air and like puts it on the floor, so it goes to the floor, and that's what she does. There's a video on her. Let me make sure the thing's not on. It's not okay. Give me 1 second. So yeah, like in the video, you see her right now. She's just throwing everything out of her like cart. Like she's really angry, and it's just funny just watching her doing all this while she's being recorded too. It's like one of those things where it's like, if I was in that situation and I was trying to do some stuff like that, and people were recording me, I wouldn't. I would stop and just walk away. But yeah, she just throws everything on the floor, all because she didn't wear a mask. And honestly, these two situations could have been stopped if they just wear the mask. I get it, masks are uncomfortable. Trust me, I gotta go to school for like from seven to no from eight to two, and I have to have a mask on all the time, and it hurts my ears every time I take them off. So I gotta deal with that. You know, I'm pretty sure all she has to do is go there for like 30 minutes to an hour at the store, then go back home. You know, it's just one of those things where it's like, if a place says to wear a mask, please wear a mask. You know, it is dangerous out here. There's a lot of stuff going, like Corona's going on. I even heard in Los Angeles that it's been spreading more. I heard in Texas it's been spreading more too. So if a place says to please wear a mask, just wear a mask. I understand. I get it. It's our Americans' right to do whatever we want. No, there's a pandemic going on. We gotta stop, being selfish and start, you know, thinking about others and protect ourselves too. So, you can at least wear a mask. You don't have to wear gloves. I wear gloves whenever I go out to like grocery shop. Um, just because, I know everybody's been touching everything. So I like to go out and just get some gloves there. But at the most part, just wear a mask, you know. You're better safe than sorry. And you're better safe than ending up like these Karens. So yeah, that's it for the. No, I just want to give you guys a quick bite. Um, yeah, it is just silly how like it's just silly how people think they can just do stuff like that and not expect anything bad to happen. Um, so yeah, wear a mask, please. No one wants to get corona, um, and I don't think that they want to get corona either. So next up on the podcast, like the sip of this water. Hope you guys like this ASMR water breaks that I take. I'm gonna be doing this for a long time. All right. Next up, we have which is actually something that relates to me since I'm quote unquote a streamer. I'm not a full time streamer. I'm just a casual. But Microsoft, who are the owners of Mixers, who bought it, I want to say a couple years ago, they're shutting down Mixer. Mixer is a streaming service just like Twitch, where basically anybody can stream on there and make money off of it, create a community. So basically, they're closing Mixer. The servers go off on July the 22nd. Um, so their plans is to move with Facebook Gaming because they're partnered. which I think this has been like in the plans for like a year or two. I'm not sure, but that's usually how it is. Just like how Sprint and AT&T they joined together, and that was like in like the plans for like 2 or 3 years. I think the same thing happened here. Um, so yeah, now they're going over to Facebook Gaming, um, which sucks because a lot of mixer streamers are losing a lot of their fans and the money. Some of them being put on Facebook Gaming. I know a lot of them are migrating to Twitch or migrating back to Twitch. Um, so yeah, it really sucks. One reason why it really sucks is because they lose their check that they had, which is like the verified check. You know, like on Twitter or like Instagram or Twitch variation check, which can help you gain more viewers. So they have to lose that. Not only that, they had to go migrate into a new place that they technically don't know what it's like there. Um, and also, it's a bad reason because there's no competition. No competition means Twitch can do anything because they're the only one there. I know I said Facebook Gaming, but I don't think Facebook Gaming is that popping. It definitely wasn't popping with Mixer and when Mixer and Twitch were the only two. But now that Mixer is gone, really the only what's the word I'm looking for? Um, the only tank in this streaming industry is live streaming industry um, is Twitch because YouTube live streaming it sucks. Both the community and the service sucks. Like you can't like stream for 1 minute on YouTube without someone saying the N word. Like the YouTube streams is just annoying and weird. Like too many people who like don't know how to read a room just goes in there and say something wild, then they get banned and wonder why they got banned. But yeah, that's basically what's going on. Um, so if you're not Ninja or Shroud, you didn't walk out with like $3 million in your pocket. Um, so yeah, shout out to those who pretty much lost it all. Um, so yeah, again, July 22nd is when the servers will be closing for Mixer, and Mixer will be doing a partnership with Facebook, basically joining and combining with Facebook Gaming, um, which I've seen Facebook Gaming's. Let me actually look at it again because I do not like Facebook Gaming's interface. Like it looks too bland. Like it doesn't look good at all. Like hold on, let me see. Why is where's the see? I don't even know where to look for in the interface. Like sign up, level up. What is this? Like, can I just what do like all games do? Watch now. Okay, there you go. Like I'm looking at the interface right now, and it's really not that good. It's weird. Like they already have a mixer in Facebook Gaming, like tab two. Um, yeah, so a lot of these are weird, but it's whatever. But yeah, sucks for Mixer. Now Twitch is the big dominant dog in the mix because Facebook Gaming's not that good. Neither is YouTube Gaming. That's horrible. So yeah, July 22nd is when it will shut down. To all the streamers out there, I hope the best for you. I hope you can gain everything you got back in a quick time, especially at a time like this. So yeah, I think I yeah, it just sucks. It really does because Microsoft always does this. Like like when I think about it, Microsoft has like a track record of starting something, and when it doesn't have enough money in it, they just like end it. They did it with the Connect. They did it with the y'all remember? Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Microsoft. Y'all remember the Microsoft phone? I remember the first time someone showed me their Microsoft phone, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that looks horrible." Yeah, the Microsoft phone, and the biggest problem with the Microsoft phone is that it had its Windows 7. Was it Windows 7? Let me look this up. Because I remember it had either Windows 7 or Windows 10. Not 10, Windows 8. Nope, Windows 8. It had a Windows 8 interface, and the Windows 8 interface was probably the worst Windows update ever before it turned up on Windows 10, which is, by the way, Windows 10 is it's nice. I love Windows 10. Keep Windows 10. They're probably not, but Windows 10 is the best one. The problem with the phone is that Windows 8 had a horrible interface. So they put the interface from Windows 8 to the phone. So you just had a bunch of tiles. Like it was everywhere. It's hard to explain. It was very it was very disgusting. Um, I did not like Windows 8 when I was using a laptop. It was horrible. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that is that's three. And Mixer's the third one. That's three. Like they have a horrible track record of having something, you know. And if it's not making money now, it's gone. You know, like let's see, how old was Mixer? Mixer started in 2016. It's only been 4 years, mind you. Twitch, which used to be Justin TV, came out 9 years ago. I feel like Microsoft was expecting like something to like expecting Mixer to just boost up in 4 years when it took like I want to say it took not Amazon, it took Twitch I want to say 5 years to start turning up. Uh, about 5 years. Wait, no. When did Amazon buy? Sorry, I should have had this prepared. When did Amazon buy Twitch? Oh no, 2014. They had they had 6 years. Yeah, 6 years. I was close. They had 6 years when they started turning up. That's when they turned into Twitch. I think Microsoft thought they could be like Twitch and do that in 4 years, when really it took Twitch. It took Twitch really 9 years because before Twitch was Justin's TV, but it took them 9 years to turn up, and it really sucks to see that gone. And it never makes sense to me. I feel like Mixer was a good competition for Twitch, and I feel like it was just one of those things where they just had to let it grow and keep going and be patient. But Microsoft. But yeah, shout out to all those people who lost their who's gonna lose their Mixer stuff. Hope you regain everything. And yeah, good job Microsoft doing it again since ever. All right. Before we get to the next topic, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you guys with another ad because this topic is gonna be a little long. So yeah, see you guys at the break. Peace. And we are back from that break. Um, last time we were talking about Mixer getting shut down, and now we are talking about people getting shut down too. Um, Man, if you haven't been on Twitter or you threw that app in the trash can, you hit a good alley oop with it. Um, Everybody's getting it on Twitter. If you got something to pass, you better find it, scrub it, delete it, or just show it because you're getting called out. So yeah, let's get into this. Um, let's see. First, starting off with Both Jimmy Kimball and Jimmy Fallon, who host I don't know what their show's called, but they're late night shows. Um, Basically, uh, they're in a controversy of blackface. Excuse me. They're in a controversy of blackface, basically from the past, back in other skits. Um, Jimmy Kimball's skit was like he's like acting like a basketball player and like kind of talking dumb, which giving you guys that context, it sounds bad because it looks really bad. Um, he was doing that in blackface. Jimmy Fallon, I forgot what his was, but he was doing something in blackface. Obviously, no one likes it because it's blackface. So, um, Jimmy Kimball addressed it. Jimmy Fallon has addressed it, and given out their good old apologies. Um, so yeah, that was then. That was around 26, and Jimmy for Jimmy Kimball was around the 26th, which is 2 days ago, and Jimmy Fallon was like I think a week ago when we found out about it. I mean, I'm not surprised, uh, you know, and I won't be surprised for many more. You know, I think that's one of the not the biggest thing in comedy, but I think that's one of the most things in comedy that we might be seeing more of when it comes to pulling up people's past is the blackface stuff. Um, you know, that's that's a part of comedy. It's been a part of comedy. Um, you know, there's been comedy in the way of people addressing it and saying that it's wrong by making it funny. You know, then there's ones there that you know it's not really good. An example, I actually have an example for this. I forgot what show it was, but I think it's either 30 Rock or something. But it's basically a skit or a scene in the show where someone is doing an interview, I believe, and they want to do something different to make them stand out. Or I don't know how it was, but the joke is that they wanted to do something, uh, I guess, outstanding. So the person goes in blackface, and they pull it out like, no, that's not what we meant. That's the type of joke that's more of a addressing that blackface is wrong and that it's stupid to do to try to either prove a point, to try to be funny about it, or to uh, I don't know cosplay. I don't know, uh, but yeah, you know. So that happened. Then uh, Shane Dawson uh, also got caught flag with it because he's done videos with blackface. Um, and he made an apology videos too. The whole um, he titled it "Taking Responsibility." Um, only watched like 5 minutes of it because I'm not gonna watch a 20 minute of him saying he's sorry. At that point, I get it. Um, but what I've seen, he didn't cry. He didn't pull that crying stuff like most YouTubers do when they know they did something wrong. They try to get their redemption back. Um, he did state that he said he should lose everything, and he did state that at that time he was a grown man thinking by himself. He knew everything he knew. He had no excuses. For that, I will give him credit and say, you know what? Thank you for saying that. Because there's a lot of people who get caught doing stuff like this, whether it's blackface or rather it's saying something racial, or rather it's saying something sexist, homophobic. They don't really say that. They don't say stuff like that. They try to play the ignorance game. Now some people do have the ignorance game. They have that allowed them. But then there's some people like, all right, you know better. So I'm glad he said that. Does that mean it's okay? Does that mean I forgive him? No, because first of all, I don't even care um, about him. But yeah. Anyways, so it's basically that happens. Um, Jada Pinkett Smith even tweeted about that stuff, and he was like, he was disgusted, which is crazy because guess what added to the whole flame of fire? Some more gasoline. Basically, Shane Dawson did a video with like So I don't hold on before I say anything. Just know for this part, I don't know anything about it. I haven't done a lot of research on it because I don't want to go down that road. But what I've heard from Jaden Smith and from some other people is that Shane Dawson has basically a video with uh, two underage girls. Uh, with I think it was two underage girls or one underage girl. Either way, there shouldn't be no underage girls. And sorry, I just saw like a random ad of Donald Trump in America and Joe Biden saying "Sleepy Joe" with Russian communist. Okay, whatever. But yeah. So basically, I guess I'm gonna say I don't know for sure. I ain't got the facts. I ain't got the proof in the pudding. But there's somewhere in the internet a video of Shane Dawson doing something sexual with underage girls. So putting that on top of the flame, oh man, you should have never continued. But it's whatever. Oh, no wonder it's the Fox News. That's why I saw that ad. That makes so much more sense. But anyways, so yeah, um, man, again, again, I'll say it again, and I'll always say it. I'm not surprised that a certain demographic is doing a certain thing, whether it be racism, whether it be pedophilia, or any of that stuff. Um, it, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. I don't follow the dude, so I'm not surprised. I don't. I've never seen his videos, so it's whatever to me. I mean, it's not whatever. It's wrong. What he did was wrong. But yeah. Fuck him. I don't know. It I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's just a bunch of white YouTubers doing stuff in the past, and I don't bring that shit back up. But I think the most important thing is if uh, if you're gonna do this, um, I mean, excuse me, if they do stuff like this, you guys got to make sure you don't support them. You know, don't look at their videos. Don't even dislike the video because you're still giving them the views. You know, don't do stuff that's supporting them. You know what I mean? Make sure that you guys are, you know, um, not supporting them and letting them know by speaking with your wallet and with your voice that they messed up. You know, because there's too many of these certain demographic YouTubers, aka Caucasian from the Caucasus Mountains, who get away with this stuff. The biggest one is PewDiePie. This man still has 105 million subscribers, and he says the N word. He's made a video paying two dudes to say "kill all Jews" and this, that, and the third. But people are still letting him slide. I think he was even the reason of the YouTube ad apocalypse. People still letting him slide. People still rocking with him. Um, then you got Keemstar, who for some reason is famous for saying Alex is a dirty you know what, and also saying that black people are in second class. Then he even says that black women are disgusting who would date them. Like, he's been caught saying these multiple things, and people were still, were still liking him and allowing him to get all these ad sponsors and stuff like that. Which, by the way, I heard he got one ad sponsor taken away. I don't know how many he has, but all y'all better take away from that. Y'all better leave that racist man, because he's just gonna make himself worse and worse. Keemstar's already dig a big enough hole for himself. But yeah, you dealing with all of that. Then you gotta deal with the fact that he mistakenly made an old man. Excuse me. He mistakenly framed the old man for being a pedophile. He got him off the internet. Then he got multiple YouTubers off the internet. Then he was messing with a lot of different people, like just being shady. And like, it's crazy because, like, I don't know. It's crazy how we can let people like him continue being successful. And it's like, at that point, it's like, yo, you gotta get out of here, bro. Like, you gotta get out of here. Fuck him too. But yeah, then you got Face Dubs. which is like one of them from them Phase Boys and Call of Duty and all that bull. His friend said the N word, and all he said is, "Yo, I'm streaming." Not, dude, don't do that. Excuse me. Not leave the thing instantly. You know what I mean? All he did is, "Yo, I'm streaming. Let's just say that later." That's basically what he said. Then you got, you know, Logan and Jake Paul, those stupid idiots. Going, you got, Logan Paul going into Japan and disrupting and disrespecting the culture, throwing Pokeballs at Asian people. Like, the fact that I just said that sounds disrespectful. That was a disrespectful visual. If you haven't seen the video, which you shouldn't, that's a disrespectful visual. A white man going to Japan, buying a big old plushy, what's it called, Pokeball, and throwing it at Asian people in Asian people's cars. You know, going and poking the fishes in Japan, going to a suicide forest to do a selfie. What's it called? Buying a Game Boy, breaking it, and going back to the person that they bought it from, and speaking and barely speaking Spanish, saying mucho broco, like stuff like that. It's like, bro, how did you disrespect both Mexico and Japan at the same time? You know? Then you got Jake Paul, just a little version of his brother, basically. You know, they did all that, and you know what happened to them? You really want to know what happened to them? They made a video on suicide, millions of views. Oh, Logan, I forgive you. Then they did a boxing, which KSI, which she's whack for doing that too, and they got millions off of it. Then they did another round, which KSI is even whacker for doing that too, and they paid them. Like, don't be surprised. Like, this is an occurring thing. That protection, that what was it? The complexion, protection for the I can't even talk. The protection for the complexion is real. These Caucasian YouTubers and streamers are getting away with a lot of stuff, and we on some, everyone has accidents. It's like, all right, when do it gets to the point where these accidents are like, all right, bro, this ain't accidents. You meant to do this. You meant to say that. You know. But yeah. Well, what do I know? I'm just ranting. But yeah. Again, the Jimmys, the Shanes, the PewDiePies, the Keems. But watch out for these type of people. If you know someone, if you're watching a white creator, be careful. Let them know off the rip. Yo, I will stop watching. I will unsubscribe. I will do this, that, and the third. And maybe the fourth too. If you don't clean up your act. Don't sit there and wait, But yeah. Fuck all of them. Anyways. Yeah, this podcast is gonna be very heavily with the bull. I mean, that's what everybody likes nowadays, just the bull. Speaking of the bull, which I don't know why I brought that up, like that's gonna help this. So if you haven't heard, as lately the creator of Angel Mama, or the CPO, not the creator, CPO. Oh my gosh, I was thinking of Star Wars when I said that. The See, now I can't even think about it. I hate when I do that. I have it in my mind, but I can't think about it for some reason. I don't even know how that makes sense. The CEO of Angel Mama is now changing. Is now taking off the mammy on there. Basically, oh, this is my quick girl, or whatever. PepsiCo. Damn. How much do you? All right. Anyways, so it's being officially moved. You don't know what Aunt Jemima's pancakes, like the Aunt Jemima's pancake mix and syrup. It basically has the woman with the black face smiling like a motherfucker, as if she's happy to be on that bottle, and just saying yes us. You know what I mean? It's that type of racist stuff. Um, uh, so first question: why wasn't this taken off like a decade ago or 2 decades ago? Um, but hey, I guess it's better now than never at this point. Um, the reason why I bring this up is I guess it's to basically teach you guys about what blackface basically is, and also to tell you about the actual person who created this. Um, so it was a slave who created this. Obviously, um, it was. Um, I believe she was enslaved and put in Kentucky. It was in the 1800s, I believe, 1850s. I believe, yeah, 1850s, mid 1850s. Um, Basically, the character of Aunt Jemima's was created by a white man, but the person who made the mix and the syrups and all that stuff, that's actually made by a black woman. She was just um, she was just characterized as the mammy. If you don't know what the mammy is basically um, the slave or the slave servant that is predicted in films to be happy to be a slave and a servant, when really that was never the truth. So if you ever see like what's that one movie called? Gone with the Wind. I think it's called Gone with the Wind, or Song of the South, which is the most famous one on Disney. Um, and it's basically just like a slave, just like broken English talking, basically like, "Oh yes, sus, finna be the United States, sus." Like a lot of s in it, um, or like, "Eyes be back, sus," like stuff like that. Like, "Ooh, I can't wait for a whooping, sus," and all that bull stuff. Um, so basically, that's what they made the character based on, the mammy. Um, and so they put it on the bottle, and that sold for like a lot of years. So basically, the reason why they're taking it off is because it's disrespecting the woman who did create it. For some reason, I can't find her name. Uh, I feel so bad. I can't find her name. Why can't I find her name? Hold on. I want to respect this. I'm trying to find her name. Was she ever? Hold on. I'm gonna find her name. I'm also gonna take the sip of water. Mm, what if I put a real name? Nancy Green. There we go. I knew it was Green, but I didn't know the first name. So Nancy Green. Um, she was basically. So yeah, Nancy Green. Um, and so the reason why they're taking that off is because the woman behind it, which is Nancy Green, was was uh was not paid for this. By the way, she was never paid for this, not a single cent. They even said that she was so poor she couldn't even get a tombstone when she died. And what's it called? Yeah, she never made a single penny about it. I believe they would like take her to like across the world so she can act in the mammy, but she would never get paid. And it's the most messed up thing in the world. The fact that you do something that uh, does affect the world, not economically, but I guess financially, but you don't get the respect, the credit, nor the payment for it, to the point where you die so poor that you can't get a tombstone. That's one of the biggest things that I found very sad about the whole thing. the fact that she didn't, you know, she she didn't get what she deserved. Um, and I believe she was also a widow. She was a simple housekeeper. So yeah, um, I'm glad that they're taking it off. I'm glad that they're taking off the mammy, which I don't, I just don't. I hate seeing the mammy. It it bothers me to the point where like I'm not like I'll turn it off or I'll never show this to my kids. Like I'll show this to my kids to teach them a lesson about history, but just seeing that stuff, it just I don't know. It does something to me. It's just like when seeing blackface. It does that something to me. Um, yeah. I forgot to mention. If you guys know, I was gonna tell you guys the history of blackface too. And might as well. I mean, we're on a history lesson right now. We just talked about Nancy Green. Um, so yeah, the history of blackface. It begins in the 30s, 1830s to be precise. You know, Basically it was basically created to. We all know that it was created to talk down black people, to make them look like monsters or coons or dumb buffoons who don't know their left foot from the left foot and the right foot from the right foot, basically to make us look like idiots when that really wasn't the truth. Um, so basically, it would be white men who would put some type of black paint on their face or smut or wherever they had at the time, um, and they would character so create the black people in their eyes that they see them. Oops, sorry for the mic. Um, and uh, they would make their lips big, and eyes big, with the woolly hair, and they would basically perform them as stereotype, perform the black men as stereotype, and women as, like I said, stupid, coon. They would actually super sexualize them too, um, lazy and an idiot basically. Um, it's crazy because I learned this, that in comedy that you had to put blackface on in order um, to do comedy, which I thought that was crazy that they made that a law. Um, you know, which I just want to let y'all know that quick fact. But yeah, created in the 1830s. Um, uh, it became popular, of course, with racist people. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh wow, it even says this in an article, which is by the AP News. Um, it even says it right here. In fact, the Jim Crow law enforced racial segregation in the South. Uh, took their names from a character played by blackface performer Thomas Dartmouth Rice. Um, he said his act jumped Jim Crow. That's crazy. Um, so yeah, it was just used to make us look bad. I know the most famous one to make us look bad was man, what's that movie called? Song? No, not Song of the South. That's the other one. Birth of the Nation, which was I believe the first ever film, which is the worst to be the first. Um, it was basically about slaves breaking out of their chains and basically killing all the people. And so the movie did a thing where they grabbed all the white people, put them in the hoods, and made it look like the KKK was the superheroes that was um, saving the day from white women from the black men. Um, the movie is messed up. Honestly, I'd actually advise people to go take a peek at that movie for historical reasons and to learn to know, not for joyfulness, because that shit's not joyful at all. I despise that movie, but it's important that we know stuff like this did happen. And also Song of the South. You know, we need to make sure that that stuff is still there and kept so we don't forget, so that we can teach the future. So yeah, um, That's one of the biggest thing with blackface that they did. And ever since then, blackface has been continued in America. You know, we always get that one white person who thinks they're funny, and they go blackface on Halloween rather to be a rapper. Um, I remember seeing some like I don't know, it was like I think it was like 2 years ago. It was like two girls with black face mask, and they're like, so "This is how it feels to say the N word," stuff like that. Um, you get, it's been something that's been going on for years and years and years. Decades. From my grandmothers to me. Um, it's been happening, and it's just it really is just horrible that they decided to do this. And honestly, I'm looking at this picture right now of the blackface of the example, and it is just bothering the fuck out of me. I'm gonna close that because it's annoying the mess out of me. But yeah, that's the history of blackface. Hope you learned something from my ramble. But yeah, I mean, again, you know, we're getting better. We're changing stuff. We're booing people off. We telling people to get out of here. Um, we're making sure that our voice is being heard and we're not staying for stuff. You know, but yeah, at the same time, it just sucks seeing stuff like this. And I'm glad that Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's rice too. I never liked that face either. It's being taken down. And one thing I hope it gets taken down is what's it called the Popeye commercial with like the black lady in Louisiana. That that shit, bro. That is uncomfortable to watch sometimes. Just watching a black old woman talk about how she made her chicken, her biscuits, and then whatever the fuck, and like the coonest mammy voice. I don't know. I don't like it. That good chicken made from California. I mean, California. That good chicken made from Louisiana. And spicy. Like, nah, I don't. Honestly, I hate that shit. But yeah, that's it for all that. Um, I hope I didn't bum you guys down, and I hope I taught you guys a lesson. That's one thing I always want to do on this podcast, and I hope I'm doing it right. Um, I know we only on episode 6, and with time I will get better at this. But I always want to make sure I'm teaching you guys something, and I hope you guys got a good history lesson. Speaking of history lesson, I might bring this up on the next episode because I have a lot of stuff that I put on this episode that I'm not talking about that I'm going to talk about on the next episode, 7. I got a cool history lesson I kind of want to teach you guys. I'll just let you know on this. I'll just give you a hint on this part. It's about a black samurai. Um, I think it's pretty cool thing to teach you guys on. But yeah, that's that right there. What's next? Oh, anime. Let me get a sip of water real quick. All right. This is gonna be a short one because it's about forest fire. So I tried to watch Forest Fire, and I didn't get past 5 episodes. This show is boring. It's getting boring. Um, it's just not it, Chief. The premise is cool, but the story is just not it. It feels like Sword Art Online right now, which I last 10 episodes on that one for somehow. But this anime, I can't last 5 on here. It gets boring. It makes me want to watch Kill la Kill just to hype my night up. Which, by the way, Kill la Kill is fire. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet. I think it's one of those things. You know what it is? It's one of those things where it's so good, I don't want to finish it all. Like, I want to savor it. Like, I want to wait till I'm sick, or like when I'm bored, or when I'm making a video that I watch Kill la Kill, because I think there's only one season on there, and I'm just watching, bits by bits. It is fire. And also, I'm waiting for freaking My Hero dub to come on Hulu, because I only have Hulu that's connected to Spotify. Yeah, I'm a broke boy. But yeah, Fire Force, it's just not doing it for me. Um, Maybe if I give it a chance, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's just not doing it for me. It feels like, you know what it is. It feels like another. I feel it. What's the word I'm looking for? I feel like the story of being the best is starting to get a little flooded. You know what I mean? We had Black Clover, My Hero. I feel like I need a change of shonen, a different either change of shonen or a different type of anime. But right now, My Hero is most definitely. I mean, excuse me. Fire Force is definitely is gonna be on the back burner. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it or continue watching it. So yeah, um, yeah, he's texted me. So yeah, that's it for anime. Like I said, it's mad short. Um, I might actually go watch a couple more animes because I know they added some on Hulu. So I might watch that, do a little. What's I'm looking for? I guess how I feel reviews. Before I give a full review on it. Next up, music, and today's album review, is going to be Thundercats review, which is this is the artist, and his review is called his album is called Drunk. Um, it is it's a good album. It was made 2017, so I'm mad late on this, but better late than never. Um, it's a pretty good album. 23 songs, about an hour long. Um, let's see, yeah, about an hour long, 23 tracks. Um, and also it has Kendrick Lamar, um, Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins, Wiz Khalifa, uh, Pharrell, and I think that's it for the features. So from top to bottom, this album is fire. It's good. Um, it definitely gives me a funk vibe, but it's a more modern funk vibe. So I feel like both, the old heads and the young heads would dig this. Um, it definitely gives me that. I want to say in the 70s is when they do funky stuff. I'm not sure. Either 70s or like late 60s when more funk stuff was getting in tune, but or 80s. I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, it's fire front to back. I enjoyed it. Each song I love the beat, but my favorite one is my all time favorite one in this is them changes. I just like that bass guitar. Just doom 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 doom. Then my second favorite is the one with Kendrick Lamar, of course, because he's the goat. Um, so yeah, but yeah, from track one all the way to track 23, it is good. Um, the best part about this album is that it just goes on a flow. I feel like I ran through this album fast, which I like. I don't like when I can feel a slow album. I like that I can feel a fast album, even if it's an hour long. Like this is an hour long. You can do something. Um, like you can like write a paper, or you can like do homework to this music. That's what I like about it. It's just another one of those things where like you're just um you're just in the mood. You're like not in the mood. You're just in the zone of the music. But it's fast though. But yeah, it's an hour. Like I've wasted. Like I've literally sat here and listened to this album 3 times. I spent 3 hours listening to this album, and each time it felt faster than the other one. That's why I enjoy in albums the pacing of it. You know. But yeah, again, it has a funky beat to it. Each song's that nice modern funk. I felt like he's mastered this, and it is good. Um, I'd give this album a good 9 out of 10. This is one of those phenomenal albums. This is one of those albums that surprised me. Like I felt like, look, I'm getting that deja vu feeling from the SZA album, Control. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did. It's enjoyable, and I'm going to listen to his latest albums now, which is It Is What It Is, which is his latest release, I believe. Yep, 2020. So I'm gonna be listening to that, and I'll give you guys a review on that for the next episode. So now I got even more to talk about. I'm glad I'm finding stuff to talk about on this podcast, especially for it being just me, which is I feel like it's mad hard to do, but I'm doing it. So yeah, next on the list, which is actually our last thing I want to talk about, and it is basically me giving shout outs. I thought I'd do my job as a black entertainer, I guess now, or podcaster, or YouTuber, or chef, or good looking guy in the best good looking guy in the world because there's no one like me. But I want to give a shout out to black creators, period, that I listen to or that I watch. So right now I have five. Don't worry, there's gonna be more to next episode. So it's not just these five that I'm listening to. There's way more on these episodes, and they're of different genders too. So with that being said, first one I want to shout out. I always shout out this dude. He's amazing. The album was amazing. It was the first album of the year of 2019, and I loved it throughout 2019. I could not stop listening to this album. It was amazing. I felt everything that he put in this album, and I felt the love and the work and the hard work, the blood, the sweats, and the tears in this album. And honestly, you know, if I can feel that in your album, that's the album. That's my album of the year. Even if you're my friend or not, that's what I felt like when I listened to "Damn" from Kendrick Lamar. I felt the tears, blood, sweat. Same thing with "Pimp the Butterfly," KOD, Forest Hill Drive. If you're reading this too late, that's what I felt in those albums, and I felt in this album when it was the first album of the year. And this is from my boy Charles, aka C Maze. That's CMAZE. And the album that he dropped that you guys really should go listen, because honestly, this to me, I'm not gonna lie, it's feeling like a classic to me. I can still listen to this and still enjoy it to this day. And it's called Honest. That's HXNST. Honest. HXNST. It is a 7-track song. It's 25 minutes and 17 seconds, so it's not too long. But with these 7 tracks, they are fire, each of them. My all-time favorite, it changes in this album. Excuse me. My all-time favorite is, right now, is What Do You Mean? My favorite to jam out to is Home. My Made Up, that hits. Honest, that's a fire beat. I love it. I can't wait to see. I want to see that blow up. I want to see him blow up. Shout out to Charles. I can't wait to see you blow up. You deserve it. Keep doing what you do. So yeah, obviously I like the album. But yeah, next up on here is my notes. There we go. Next up on here is a YouTuber slash podcaster slash streamer that I've been watching and listening for, I want to say, since I started high school. The Black Hokage. I've mentioned him before in the podcast, but the Black Hokage, I've been watching him for like 5 years. And each year he gets better and better. He's professional. He's funny. He can say some outlandish stuff, but he knows how to control a crowd. He knows how to get deals, get brand deals, and and he's just very intelligent and smart, and he's just that dude. Again, he's funny. He knows how to make any scene light. He knows how to give good advice, and he's a very respectable young black man that I look up to. He's one of the many on this list that I look up to strive to stuff like that. Again, he's on YouTube. He owns two podcasts that is in the top 100s in the Apple Store, which is the Gaming Illuminati podcast and his podcast Hokage Thoughts. Um, this dude is he's wild. This man is fire. He's good at what he does, and there's not a lot of people like him who does that. The only thing people that like them are pretty much his clones and his sons. You know, you know. He doesn't have any kids, just sons, like people who clone, he's a clone of them. But yeah, shout out to TBH. He does he does what he does best, and he's the only one that can do it. Um, so yeah, again, you can go catch him on his Twitch on the Black Okage, catch him on his YouTube on the Black Okage, Hokage Thoughts on Apple's and Spotify, and Gaming Illuminati on Apple and Spotify. So next up on the list is MKB or Marcus Brownlee, aka the Black God of Tech. This man, again, another beast. He went from being just a kid who would review little things like a little camera to doing these big productions with these nice cameras, zooms, these nice camera looking stuff. And honestly, it is also another inspiration for me to get camera stuff and just to be, that big like Marcus. You can catch on YouTube, and I believe he has a podcast too. He's great at tech. Honestly, he convinced me to get an iPhone 8 when I looked at his review. Not an iPhone 8, excuse me, a Samsung S8 to look at when I looked at his reviews. He's always getting stuff first. Just like another YouTuber, black YouTuber, which I will mention on the next episode. Again, like I said, I be watching a lot of black YouTubers. Want to support my brothers. But yeah. Again, he's fire at what he does. He's pretty funny. I enjoy all his content and reviews. So yeah, shout out to Marcus Brownlee. Now the next one is a podcast that I watch too and got inspiration from to make my own podcast. It's Double Toasted, which is founded by Corey Coleman and his partner Martin. These guys are great. They do basically kind of what I do. They talk about what's going on in the world. They have great commentary about events going on. What's it called? They're funny. They do live streams on Twitch, so they do it live. They they do movie reviews too, which is very good movie reviews. They know how to articulate themselves to give you a reason why you should or should not go watch a movie. They always add guests. Well, due to Corona, they do live events, but right now they can't. But yeah, they're always there with their community, and they're also located in Austin, Texas. So, got to give a shout out to them for both being an amazing group of black men, and also in Austin, Texas, because you got to represent Austin, Texas. Shout out to Austin, Texas, born and raised, you dig. But yeah, shout out to Double Toasted. And the next one, is GI, which is again, the founder is the Black Okage. GI Gaming Illuminati. They are a site that covers gaming. They are the Black IGN, but even better. All their staff are black. I believe one is Latino, which is Chaos. They do YouTube reviews. They did E3 reviews, so you can see. They have funny videos. They put community clips. They work with the community. They do community podcasts. They have a cool Discord where you can join for like $10, and you can game with them. And they're just really in there. So yeah, shout out to the Black Okage again. Shout out to Nomad, Flock, JG, Ace, Black, Chaos, Siggy, Shofu, here's the one, Anon, all these people who are on there on the Gaming Illuminati. Shout out to them. They're great young black and Latino men who are really out there doing stuff for people like us to show representation that we don't just do what the TV portrays us to do. We also do stuff like gaming. We do stuff like tech. We do stuff like podcast. We do music. We do everything else that other people do. So yeah, those are my 5 right there for this episode. Again, shout out to all these people. Shout out to Charles C. Mays, the Black Okage, MKB, Marcus Brownlee, Double Toasted, and Game Illuminati. So yeah, those are my 5 black creators that you guys should go support and actually support. You know, so yeah, go check them out. See what you like. You might like some of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to episode 6. I feel like this one's gonna be super long. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. So yeah, appreciate you guys listening to the podcast. Go follow me on my Instagram at YoungBoyCooking, and you can also check out my YouTube at YoungBoyCooking. Where press the notification where you'll get notified. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll usually post when I post a new episode. You can also find me on Anchor.fm, or if you have an iPhone or Android, you can go to the Anchor app, which is available on iOS and Android devices. And you can go see me live on twitch.tv/DJCar99. That's twitch.tv/DJCar99. That's twitch.tv/DJCar99. All right. I'll see you guys later on the next episode. Peace.